Hello children, hope all are doing good. So today I am back with the 15th lesson, our India physical diversity. So children, you know that India is our country and it has a vast variety of physical features such as Himalayas, mountain ranges, high peaks, then plateaus, vast plains, river system, deserts, coastal plains and island. Together they make the India our country. So all these together make India, which is our country. So which is the unique natural setting. So this is the unique natural settings, and besides India is the home for a variety of plants and animals, and not only that, India is a home for plants and animals, that is variety of plants and animals. So in this lesson, first we will begin with the physical divisions of India. So what are the physical divisions of India? Children, look at the map on the screen. Yes, it shows the major physical divisions of India. So you can see various types of landforms such as mountains, hills, plains, plateaus, valleys, gorges, etc. These differences that we can see on the land surface are known as the physical features. So as you can see on the screen, the map of physical division of India, you can see various type of landforms such as mountains, hills, plains, plateaus, valleys, gorge, etc. These differences that we can see on the land surfaces are known as the physical features. So the physical divisions of India is divided into 4. So there are 4 physical divisions for India. So now let us study about the major physical divisions of India. So the India is divided into 4 major physical divisions. So these are the 4 major physical divisions of India. The first one is the northern mountains. So northern mountains. Second one is the northern plains. Third one is the peninsular plateau, and the fourth one is the coastal plains. So these are the 4 physical divisions of India. First one is the northern mountains, second one is the northern plains, third one is the peninsular plateau, and the fourth one is the coastal plains. So we will study each one of them in detail. So the first one is the northern mountains. The northern mountains. The northern mountains mostly consist of Himalayan ranges. So these northern mountains mainly consist of Himalayan ranges. And when you look at the map on the screen, you can see the northern parts of the northern mountains of the India, and you can see that Himalayas ranges extend from Kashmir to Meghalaya. So when you look at the map on the screen, you can see that the Himalaya ranges extends from Kashmir to Meghalaya. The Himalayas are the highest mountain in the world. So Himalayas are the highest mountains in the world. So we are talking about the northern mountains. These northern mountains mainly consist of the Himalayan ranges, and it extends from Kashmir to Meghalaya, and this Himalaya is the highest mountains in the world. Next we will study about the characteristics of the Himalayan ranges. The characteristics, the first point is that they are covered with snow, hence they are called Himalayas. Because these mountains are covered with snow, that is why they are known as the Himalayas. And the second one is that they have many high peaks. So these Himalayas are having high peaks. Then they are made, there are many deep valleys and gorges. So there are many deep valleys and gorges. So what do you mean by this gorges? Narrow valley or small valleys are called narrow valleys are called gorges. So they are made up of many deep valleys and gorges. This next point is that there are glaciers and the highest mountain passes. So these Himalayas are having glaciers. Glaciers means what? Yes, a river of ice. River of ice is known as glaciers. So there are glaciers and the highest mountain passes. So mountain passes are there in the Himalayas. Then there are hot springs. So there are hot springs in the Himalayas. The next one is that there is a variety of plants and animal species. So you can see varieties of animals and plant species in the Himalayas. So these are some of the characteristics of Himalayan ranges. The first one is that they are covered with snow. That is why they are called as the Himalayas. Then they have high peaks. Lots of high peaks are there in Himalayas. Then there are many deep valleys and gorges. So you can see deep valleys and gorges in the Himalayas. Then there are glaciers and high mountain passes. So you can see glaciers and high mountain passes in the Himalayas. And there are hot springs. There are hot springs in the Himalayas. Then there are varieties of plants and animal species. So you can see varieties of animals and plant species in the Himalayas. So these are some of the characteristics of Himalayan ranges. Next one is the advantages of Himalayas, or what are the advantages of this Himalaya? The Himalayas prevent the cold wind from Central Asia blowing into India. So this is the first advantages of Himalayas. That is the Himalayas prevent the cold wind from the Central Asia blowing into India. The second one is that they are the source of many North Indian rivers. So you can see lots of rivers, especially the North Indian rivers in the Himalayas. Then they check the monsoon wind and causes heavy rain. So they check the monsoon wind and cause heavy rainfall. Then they are like a gigantic wall and are natural northern frontiers to control foreign invasions. So these Himalayas act as a gigantic wall. Gigantic wall means what? Yes, big walls. So they act as a big wall and are the natural northern frontiers. Frontiers means borders to control foreign invasion. So these are some of the advantages of Himalayas. Next we will study about the second physical division of India. Which is the second physical division of India? Yes, the northern plains. The northern plains. So when we talk about the plains, we remember a playground. And usually a playground is plain in level with no obstacles to play games. So you know that in a playground, if there will be no obstacles, you can play very well. So these plains are similar to a playground. And similarly, there are plains located to the south of Himalayan ranges. So there are plains located to the south of Himalayan ranges. They are very vast, fertile and in level. So these northern plains, they are very vast, they are fertile and they will be level. Level means it will be in a plain. And you can see the picture of northern plains on the screen. So look at the picture of northern plain or the map of the northern plain on the screen. Yes. So, the different types of physical features have influenced on the traditional and culture of the people of that area. And many towns and cities of Harappa civilization has developed on the river bank. So you know that the most of the civilization has developed on the river bank. So even now there are many famous historical cities and pilgrimage places situated on the river bank. So already I told you many civilization they have developed on the river bank. Yes, and even now there are many historical cities and pilgrimage places. Pilgrimage places means what? Yes, holy places or sacred places are known as pilgrimage places. They are situated on the river bank. Yes, on the account of the ideal condition of settlement, many empires ruled in the northern plains, because already I told you that northern plains are ideal for settlement. So most of the empires ruled the northern plains. Examples are Maurya, Mughal and Gupta empire. So Maurya's, Mughal and Gupta empires ruled the northern plains. These northern plains are more helpful for the growth of architecture. So what do you mean by this architecture? Yes, means designing buildings. Designing buildings are known as the architectures. So these northern plains are more helpful for the growth of architecture. Since these regions have level land, it is easy to construct big buildings. So already I told you northern plains means it will be level. So what is it? It is easy to construct buildings. And the availability of different types of rocks, sand, metal, wood, plant fibers, soil, ideal site, craftsman, etc. also helped in the development of architectures. Already I told you these northern plains are suitable for settlement. So different types of rocks, sand, metals, then wood, plant fibers, soil, ideal site, craftsman, etc. are helpful for the development of architectures. For example, huge palaces were constructed in Rajasthan. So when you go to Rajasthan, you can see lots of palaces. Then Taj Mahal in Agra was built by using marble rocks. So Taj Mahal in Agra, it was built using marble rocks. So these are all built in northern plains. And children, if you are talking about the river banks, it is very essential to maintain cleanliness on the banks of the rivers. And now the rivers of India are affected by water pollution. So you know that most of the rivers are polluted. The harmful activities of human beings destroyed the sources of drinking water, which is essential for life. So you know that nowadays the most of the rivers of India are polluted because of the activities of human beings and destroyed the sources of drinking water, and it also has affected the drinking water, which is essential for life. And children, do you know how the rivers are polluted? Yes. Now let us learn about how do we pollute the rivers. And the first one is that plastics, several types of toxic waste and effluences of industries are dumped into the river water. So you know that plastics are dumped into the rivers. Then several types of toxic waste means poisonous waste. Poisonous waste are dumped into the river. Then effluents of industries. Effluents means what? Yes, effluents means liquid waste. Liquid waste are known as the effluents. So effluents of industries are also dumped into the river. So thereby we are polluting the river. Then idols and or images, paints with different chemical paints are immersed into the river water. So the paint, the chemicals, you know, paints are chemicals and it is harmful for the water. So these type of paints or images are also dumped into the water, thereby polluting the rivers. Then the chemical effluents which are released by the industries are let into the river water. So already I told you the liquid waste from the industries are also dumped into the rivers, thereby polluting the river. Then big cities produce a large amount of garbage in different forms, which is thrown into the river and water gets contaminated. So you know that big cities will be having lots of garbages. So what these garbages are doing? Yes, they are dumping these garbages into the river, thereby contaminating or polluting the river water. Then mining activities also causes pollution of river. Then mining, so due to this mining also pollution happens or river pollution happens. Examples are rivers of Kabini and Bhadra are polluted due to mining. So these are some of the causes of water or river pollution. So next is the third physical division of India. Which is the third physical division of India? Yes, that is the peninsular plateau. So children, identify the Narmada river on the map of India on the screen. Yes, can you see the Narmada river? Yes. The Narmada and the Son Rift Valley divided the peninsular plateau into two major parts. So, this Narmada and Soni Rift Valley divided the peninsular plateau into two. That is, they are the Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. So, this peninsular plateau is divided into two. That is the Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. So, the northern part is known as the Malwa Plateau. And the southern part is known as the Deccan Plateau. So, the northern part is called as the Malwa Plateau and the southern part is called the Deccan Plateau. The Aravalli Range lies to the northwest of Malwa Plateau and the Vindhyas lies to the south. So, the Aravalli Range lies to the northwest of Malwa Plateau and the Vindhyas lies to the south, and Mount Guru Shikandar is the highest peak in the Aravalli. So, the Mount Guru Shikhar is the highest peak in the Aravalli. The Satpura, Maikala, Rajmahal, Amarakantaka range lies to the north of the Deccan Plateau. Then the western Ghats are in the west and the eastern Ghats are in the east. Then the Anamalai, Cardamom and the Palani hills are to the south of the western Ghat. Then the western Ghat and the eastern Ghat meet at the Nilgiri hills. So this western Ghat and the eastern Ghat meet at the Nilgiri hills, and Udyaga Mandala in Ooty, a famous hill station, is situated here. So you have heard about the Udyaga Mandala. It is in Ooty and it is a very famous hill station, and many rivers of peninsular India have their source in the western Ghats. So many rivers of peninsular India have their source in the western Ghat. So this is about the peninsular plateau. So remember that the Narmada and the Soni Rift Valley divide the peninsular plateau into two, that is the Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. The northern part is known as the Malwa Plateau and the southern part is known as the Deccan Plateau. And the Aravalli Range lies to the northwest of Malwa Plateau and the Vindhyas lies to the south, and Mount Guru Shikhar is the highest peak in the Aravalli. Then the Satpura, Maikala, Rajmahal, Amarakantaka range lies to the south of Deccan Plateau, and the western Ghat are in the west and the eastern Ghat are in the east. Then Anamalai, Cardamom and the Palani hills are in the south of western Ghat, and the western Ghat and the eastern Ghat meet at the Nilgiri hills. And Udyaga Mandala in Ooty is a very famous hill station, and many rivers of peninsular India have their source of rivers in the western Ghat. So next we will study about the characteristics of peninsular plateau. The first one is that it is an upland with an extensive, almost level surface which is bounded by steep slopes. So this peninsular plateau is almost level surface which is bounded by steep slope. Then this landform is an extensive area of relatively flat land. So most of the lands are flat in the peninsular plateau. Then the Deccan Plateau is the largest plateau in India. So Deccan Plateau is the largest plateau in India. It is made up of ancient hard rocks. So you can see ancient hard rocks in Deccan Plateau. Next we will study about the advantages of peninsular plateau. The first one is that the peninsular plateau is rich in minerals. So this peninsular plateau is rich in minerals. Then second one is that the river flowing across it are helpful for the cultivation of crops. So already I told you in peninsular plateau there are lots of rivers. So these rivers flowing across it help for the cultivation of crop. Then there are many waterfalls which are useful for the generation of hydroelectricity. So there are many waterfalls in this peninsular plateau and it helps for the generating hydroelectricity. Then it is favorable for agriculture, rearing animals and industries. And this peninsular plateau is very favorable for agriculture and for rearing of animals and for industries. So several empires also ruled in peninsular plateau, that is Rakshatrakutas, Chalukayas, then Hoysalas, Vijayanagara, then Kadambas, Gangas, then Bahamani sultans established their empires here. So several empires also was established in peninsular plateau. So this is about the peninsular plateau. So that's all for the first part of the lesson, our India physical diversity. So see you in the next class. Thank you, children.